Hey fellas, hey fellas, I'm a little late to the party, but they did their release about an hour ago. Well, I guess like 2 or 3 hours ago now. But I figured we'd hop in and see what Necropolis 324 is all about. Let's watch all the POE 2 stuff first. Let's all this good stuff. POE, I'm just fucking kidding. Who the fuck cares? Necropolis.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Welcome to our live stream. We have a busy lineup today with announcements for Path of Exile 2, as well as the exclusive reveal of Path of Exile Necropolis, which launches on March 29th.
Okay.
For the first time ever, we'll be releasing this expansion simultaneously on all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so make sure you follow the instructions below in order to claim your suffering back attachment.
I have the stream open but muted the other tab.
Today's stream will start with Path of Exile 2, where Jonathan will show you our latest announcements. Mark will then take you on a deep dive into the new Path of Exile Necropolis Challenge League, which launches in 1 week. He'll cover the league mechanics, its deep crafting system, large endgame changes, some improvements to the core Path of Exile campaign, and finally some quality of life features. We'll then show you our new supporter packs, and we'll head into a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will ask us your questions from Twitch chat. After the live stream, we'll drop the full patch notes.
I guess the benefit of not watching this live.
It's time to chat about POE 2 again. It's only been a few months since we talked about the Mercenary, and yet even since then a huge amount has changed. When we announced the Mercenary, we also showed off a lot of the new capabilities that our engine has around animation and character control.
All this stuff in the
Moving while shooting was a huge deal in that class,
right here,
but there were a lot of other more subtle things going on to make it feel good too. Well, in recent times we've only been showing off new character classes, but one thing I've been really excited about is to go back and apply all the new ideas and capabilities that we have to our old classes too. Today I'd like to show off the Ranger, and I hope that you guys
you're
like
really
what you
limping us with POE 2 stuff. That was sick cinematic though.
I've lived in this forest all my life. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that a ranger must never miss. A beast will hunt you. But it is the cruelty of man I fear. There is no
like
truly escaping the Count's justice.
some lore to see there?
Your sentence is to be hanged from the neck until dead. Let your souls feed the first ones, and your bodies feed the land.
What's up with that haircut?
After her!
I don't know if last epoch has soured my opinion of archers, but God, this just doesn't look like it.
This exile has changed me. No more running. No more fear.
You won't get away this time.
Oh shit, is it like the level 1 fight? Oh no, maybe not.
Put an end to this madness.
Wait, I'm so hyped for those boss fights though. Wait, I'm actually so hyped for the boss fights.
Let this be a warning.
Wait, the boss fights are actually like
I'm coming for
sick.
you next.
Hey.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, so we're actually okay. We're in for a long haul.
When we started to work on the Ranger, we knew we had to make a class with high agility. The dream of fast bow gameplay is Legolas, so that's what we wanted to deliver. The starting point is moving while shooting a bow. Any kind of basic arrow skill can be fired while moving, with a movement penalty. This immediately gives you a lot more freedom on the battlefield. Here I'm starting each battle with a poison burst arrow to poison groups of enemies. Then using a lightning arrow to arc lightning around larger packs.
Look at that poisoned health bar.
For even more mobility, we also have a variety of skills that involve vaulting around the battlefield too. This is Frost Escape. Using it jumps backwards and shoots a freezing arrow at the ground. Really useful if monsters close on you and you need to get away.
Similar to Ice
Once you've
Crash
landed,
or
if
Ice
monsters were frozen,
Avalanche.
it'd be nice to have some way to take advantage of that extra time. This is where Snipe comes in. Snipe is a skill shot that you
You're
can
never
charge up
using
and
that.
release at exactly the right
Never
time.
using that, ever.
If you
That
land
thing
the right
better deal
timing,
10
Snipe is
billion
guaranteed
damage.
to produce a critical strike and does a small AoE as well, so it's a great finisher.
Multi-proj maybe?
You can also move while
Oh my
shooting
God.
arrow rain skills too. This
Things
skill
hurt.
is Lightning Rod. It shoots an arrow into the air that sticks into the ground and does a small AoE. Once
Don't
the
we
rods
have
are in the
this?
ground though, they attract any arcs of lightning that are nearby, causing them to explode again.
Oh,
This
different.
means you can stack up a bunch of lightning rods on the ground and bounce lightning between them, doing way more damage.
Wait, don't we have this?
Now
What's
this
this
takes care
skill
of
for?
packs pretty well, but for bigger enemies I'd like to have something that's going to enhance my damage output too. This skill is Stormcaller Arrow. Using it sticks an arrow into an enemy. After a short period of time, a lightning bolt comes from the sky and
Nah,
strikes them.
that's not it either.
This has a high chance to shock
You want
them,
insta-killing.
and shocked
You're gonna
enemies
die.
take 30% more damage from all sources. If something big walks along, it's a good idea to throw one of these at them first to enhance your damage before
What is
following up with
happening?
the other combo.
In this dude's inventory.
Now, if I really want to enhance this combo, there are a couple of things I could do using our support gem system.
Escape shot, lightning
Skills
rod,
and Path of
storm
Exile are
caller.
granted by items called skill gems. Each skill gem has colored sockets in it, and these sockets are for other items called support gems.
Multi-proj.
Support gems modify your skills, and it's where a huge amount of the customization of your character comes from. First, I'm going to take this multiple projectile support gem. I could add it to my lightning arrow, and it would fire multiple arrows.
I think it's the same
This
as
would increase
lesser
the number of targets
multiple.
I can hit, but that isn't the effect that I'm after. If I add it to my lightning rod skill instead, then when I fire it, I get a nice group of rods. This means that I don't have to spend as much time setting up before I can use it with my lightning arrow combo.
Wait, what did he just put on there?
I might also add faster projectiles to make the lightning rods
I
land
don't.
faster
I'm not
too.
gonna rewind.
Now next up I'm going to grab this chain support gem. Chaining causes many effects to repeat on new targets when you hit them. If I add it to my lightning arrow, it will cause the arcs that come out of lightning arrow to strike even more targets, rippling along my line of lightning rods for huge amounts of damage.
Is this it? I don't think this is it.
Now I think we can use support gems to improve Stormcaller Arrow as well. Let's start simple. I'm going to chuck less duration on here. This will cause the lightning from the sky to strike a bit faster. Next up we have a support called Shock Proliferation.
Okay.
This support makes it so that any enemies shocked by the skill will also have the shock jump to nearby enemies, meaning they'll take the extra damage as well.
It takes so long to go off that
It's
the
just a
enemies have
chance to
time to
proc, so
attack.
it's not going to proc on every single pack, but when it does, a pack will go down ultra quick. Another useful empowering skill is Barrage. Barrage is one of the rare cooldown skills in POE 2. It enhances whatever your next attack is to fire 3 times. With what we
Okay.
have here, I think it might be a good idea to use it with Lightning Arrow. It'll generate 3 times as many lightning explosions. You could also use it at just the right moment with Snipe, or any number of other skills depending on what
You're
effect you
burning to
need more
death,
of right
brother.
now. It's
Brother.
very versatile and can be used in a range of situations.
Brother. I don't know.
Now,
It seems
even as
really
mobile as
slow.
a ranger is, it's still very useful to slow monsters down, and a ranger
There's
certainly
no,
has
like,
quite a few
instant
tools to do
damage.
this. If you're prepared to get up close and personal, we have a skill called Electrocuting Rod. First, jump over the enemy and shoot it into them. Once the rod's in place, any lightning damage they take will build up a special electrocute gauge. Once the gauge
That's
is full,
pretty
the
sick.
monster is totally suppressed,
Wait, that's
allowing
actually
you to
really
kill them
sick.
easily.
I'm
Now,
not sold
sometimes
on
when
it
you use
though.
Electrocuting Rod, the enemy dies before you
Also,
get a chance
make an
to
animation
electrocute.
for turning.
I
Don't
think
just
there's
spit
another
on a
support gem
dime.
I could add to my lightning arrow to fix this problem. Neural Overload will make it easier to electrocute enemies. If the skill it's attached to puts them over 50% of their electrocute bar, it will trigger instantly.
Bro, I don't know. It's like not clearing. What happened to dodge roll? Like, were you not dodge rolling during this? Said you're front flipping?
Now this skill works really well for suppressing a single large enemy, but I'd like to improve my crowd control ability for groups as well. I'm going to add a support gem called Frozen Nexus to my Frost Escape. This makes an area of chilled ground around frozen enemies. I'll also add Deep Freeze to it as well, which will make the freezes last a bit longer.
Maybe this
Now
will
when I
help.
use my Frost Escape on that front enemy, others nearby are slowed down. It would also be good if I had a way to slow enemies down when they're farther away from me as well. So this would be a great time to start getting into the ranger's poison and plant-based skill set. To start with, let's have a look at Vine Arrow. This skill fires an arrow into the air that creates a small plant where it lands. The plant sends out tendrils to nearby enemies, slowing them down and poisoning them. But it does have another function too. If the plant gets further poisoned, it transfers that poison to the monsters it's attached to. Normally you would only be able to get one stack of poison on a monster at a time. You can put as much poison as you want on this plant. You could just use the plant to slow monsters down and not worry about the poison part. But if you want to go all in on poison, this is the way to do it. Now if you do want to focus on poisons more, another useful skill is Poison Bloom Arrow. This skill creates these plant pustules on the ground. If you wait a little while, they'll explode.
Ooh.
Just like any other plant skill, these plants respond well to poison. Shoot the poison burst arrow at
the
enemies nearby and
really
watch
having with
plants
this
grow more
class
and
is
more
that
powerful.
you
Poisoning the pustules
fire,
causes them
you
to do
wait
much
for
more
a
damage
delayed
and makes them explode
explosion.
much faster as well. I can also add the Pierce support to Poison Burst Arrow. Doing this will mean I get multiple poison bursts as it goes through each monster.
Why was that mob already dead? Yeah, the ramp, I don't know. I don't love it.
We also have another skill to make a nice environment for your plants to grow. Gas Cloud Arrow. This skill shoots the ground and creates a cloud of gas that continuously poisons things inside it.
You need to put that on
Throw
your
your plants
plant.
down, then put a gas cloud on top. The constant poisoning will make them grow.
It just seems so slow. Not like gameplay wise, but like kill wise. Like the kills take forever to go. Wow, that was sick that he pulled all the support gems out at the same time.
Another
by the way.
poison-related
Holy
skill we
shit.
have on the Ranger is called Plague Bearer. This is a reservation skill, meaning it uses spirit.
Okay.
When I enable it, I get this counter that counts up whenever I apply poison to a monster. You can see the counter on the skill increasing as each new monster is poisoned. Now
So
I'm
it's
going to
not
fight
a
these monsters and make sure to poison them as much as I can to build up the
number
counter.
anymore, it's a percentage.
It does take quite a while to get the counter up to 100%, but it's worth it. Whenever I choose, I can unleash the poison in a big explosion around my character, dealing a large amount of damage.
Let's see.
Now next
Oh
up, we
wait,
have
did
a
he already
classic
do it?
Rain of Arrows. It's simple. Shoot a bunch of arrows in the sky, and they rain down for a short time. It's decent AoE and damage at long range.
Yeah, this is a little bit better, but it's still like those shots
Now,
better
this
be
skill
killing in the
doesn't last
first
too
arrow.
long, but we can change that. It's time to introduce Frenzy Charges. Frenzy Charges are used for a variety of skills on the Ranger, but with Rain of Arrows they can be used to extend the duration.
You're mine.
How do we get some though? Here we have a skill called Sniper's Mark. Put it on an enemy and it will grant you a Frenzy Charge when you crit them. Now remember that snipe skill from earlier? That skill guarantees a critical hit. So first we Sniper's Marked an enemy, then we sniped them. And after that, the next Rain of Arrows will last a really long time.
Did he actually get one there? Wait,
Still
I
have
didn't
some
even see him
weaknesses,
get a
though.
frenzy
While
arrow.
Rain of Arrows hits
or a
enemies with
frenzy
a ton
charge.
of arrows, each one doesn't do much damage individually. It would be nice if we had a way to break the armor on enemies so that Rain of Arrows dealt more damage. Thankfully, we have this Corrode Armor support.
I'm getting
and we can put it
overloaded
on our
here.
Gas Cloud Arrow.
It's too much, too
Corrode
much.
Armor causes poison to erode the armor on targets until it's all gone. This will significantly increase the damage that Rain of Arrows does against armored targets. Oh yeah, and one more thing about gas clouds. They can be detonated with explosions. I have an explosive arrow here. Let's check it out.
Yeah, the comboing this, it seems cool, but it just, I feel like it's going to be so slow, you're
Now,
going to be
because
getting hit
monsters
so
in gas
much.
clouds are likely to have their armor
While you're
broken,
waiting for your
I think
stuff
there's
to go
another
off.
useful combo we can do. This is an exploit weakness support. This support provides extra
Yeah,
bonus
you're like
damage to
standing
targets
still in
that
a
have their
pack while they
armor
like
broken.
beat the shit out of you.
Perfect for what we have going on here. So, those are just some of the skills we have on the Ranger class in Path of Exile 2. Now that we've seen all these skills, let's see how well they do against a much tougher enemy. It's time to fight the boss of the temples, Thanos.
What is that? Did he say Thanos? What did he say? Oh, Thanos. Is it better to detonate your poison or to leave it going? You remember the giant bursts from the the gun guy? Those bursts of damage were way higher than this. How do you tell if he's like poisoned? Oh, his health bar is green to tell when he's poisoned. Oh. Are those beams just gonna be there forever now? Oh my god, he's bullet helling. He's bullet helling. Oh, that's gonna kill so many people. Get hit by one. Just get hit by one. I want to see how much damage it does. Oh, okay, it doesn't do that much damage. He rolled through two of them. Wait, he does it so late. I feel like we'll kill him before that ever happens because he does it like Innocence. He does it way too late in this thing. He should do it at 50% HP. Not at like 20.
That's the Ranger. But oh yeah, there was one more thing. The mount. Check this out.
What?
Yes, you can ride a rower. While riding a rower, you can shoot arrows with no movement penalty. It's pretty
what am I looking at?
You can also use your vaulting skills to jump right off the rower's back. Once the rower doesn't have a rider, it starts attacking monsters. So he's nice to have around, even if you're not
that's
riding.
Sick. That's actually so
riding,
sick.
Don't get hit. If you take a heavy stun while on a rower, you'll fall off, and it takes a while to get up. So be careful.
Wait,
So
that's so sick. You get a mount while you're...
One more rather unfortunate bit of news. Path of Exile 2's beta is going to be delayed. We previously said that we would get the beta out on June 7th. And while I think we would be able to get the game's content ready in time, we underestimated how long it would take to get gameplay polished to a standard that we're happy with. We're still going to be doing alpha testing in June, but we're going to be delaying the beta until later in the year. I don't have an exact date for you today, but it should be towards the end of the year.
This is why I don't want any Path of Exile 2 news.
1, of course. Now, speaking of POE 1, we also have the 324 expansion to announce. I'm going to hand over to Mark, the game director on POE 1, to show us what's in store.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun making this one.
I don't know.
So let's just get straight into it.
Let's just talk about POE.
Path of Exile Necropolis.
Let's go, Mark. Necropolis. Whatever happened to the Mage release for POE 2? Wasn't that supposed to be coming in December?
Cold flesh,
Never happened.
dirt, maggots, and ghosts.
Alright.
Our job is to keep them where they belong. It's your first night, so you'll need this. A ghostly lantern for ghastly tinkering.
Physical damage is extra fire, increased attack speed. What am I looking at? Arena? Is this Last Epoch Arena? Is that what this is?
Into the souls of the dead.
Wait, why did that just change to like 400% rarity?
How to twist them. Meet me in the Necropolis. You can pilfer shiny things from a corpse, but you can pilfer glorious things from a soul.
Wait, what?
I need a gravedigger.
Wait, you kill them and you... Is it... Wait, it's Last Epoch. All of this. It's arenas and it's the Apex tiers. The crafting system. Multiple Atlas passive trees. Scarab overhaul. All new Scarab. I seen the leak on that. New bosses. Quality of life features. More transfigured gems. Okay. Tornado? What is that? Whoa! Whoa! That looked crazy. What was that?
The job's hard, but the pay.
Bro, POE is just where it's at. It's just where it's at. It is. That looks sick.
In the Necropolis League, you will encounter Undertaker Aramor, a man collecting the scattered spirits of the Eternal Empire for a mysterious purpose. These spirits have begun to haunt the monsters of Rayclast, unleashing their ancient fury and sorrow onto the world.
Okay.
The Undertaker will provide you with the Lantern of Aramor, a powerful
I have this
family heirloom
MTX.
which
My
can
MTX
illuminate
looks just
the
like
wrathful
this.
spirits haunting monsters throughout Rayclast.
Wait, my MTX looks
the
exactly
Undertaker
like
hopes
this.
to employ you to rid Rayclast of this menace, and further his cryptic
What is he wearing?
cause. The lantern can be
Wait.
used when entering any new area.
His MTX is
When
sick.
peering through it, you can examine the spirits haunting that area. The lantern also allows you to manipulate them, letting you configure which monsters are affected by which mobs. It would be wise to take your time with your decisions here, for the spirits are not
This is a
forgiving.
little much. This is a little much.
When peering through the lantern, you can also see extra details about the packs of monsters in the area.
Why is there
Rows
two
here are considered
rows?
common, whereas the water elementals are more scarce. If you want things to be easier, you can put the more difficult spirits on the elementals, which you'll encounter less often. We've tried to make sure that by engaging with the lantern, you are able to intelligently control the difficulty in the Necropolis League. The spirits come in a number of forms which represent the danger they pose.
70%
For
increased
example,
damage?
here, the infested vultures are
Hey, this league is gonna be so
causing
lethal.
them to deal a small amount of increased damage. But the Vol's Vanguard are noble haunted, causing them
Members
to deal a
of
large
Allflame.
amount of increased damage. As you reach higher level areas in Rayclast, the tier and number of spirits that are haunting monsters will generally increase.
Look at this Ranger gameplay compared to the
Game
other one.
knowledge can help you here.
It's just you
If
shoot and
you're
it
aware of
dies.
the composition of a monster pack, this means certain mobs will be
Chaos.
easier to manage. For example,
Members of
the mob that
Death.
increases a pack's damage for every monster killed has no effect on packs with a single monster, like a Devourer.
Strongest
However,
pack
if we found
member.
a spirit that makes the strongest monster in a
Good
pack deal
chance.
100% more damage, well, I'm going to avoid the Devourer. You might have noticed that the Lantern of Aramor provides other useful information,
Can you put it on
such as
bosses?
the types of abilities monsters use, or the damage types they deal.
Cast Righteous
So for
Fire.
those who are less familiar with how these monsters work, this can be a great
What
way to
mob
learn
in here?
what you're
Cast
up
Righteous
against.
Fire.
The spirits are constantly moving throughout Rayclast, so if you are finding a campaign area too difficult, you can just wait a few minutes and peer through the lantern again to see what's changed.
Ugh. I
Of
hate
course,
that.
Powerful spirits beget powerful rewards. There are two reasons why you might want to face a challenge now and then. Firstly, not all the spirits are malicious. Sometimes the monsters aren't haunted at all, but are instead devoted.
Ooh.
These can grant basic rewards like increased
Wait,
experience,
from-
or bigger rewards like
From
spawning
Affliction, the
nameless
Seer? Oh
an
my god, it
NPC
is
that will
him.
grant you a single unique item
Wait.
after you defeat all of the packs
That's
affected by
crazy.
that spirit.
Affliction League
The
not
more
removed?
haunted monsters you defeat in the previous area before using the lantern, the more likely the devoted monsters will appear in the next
Strong
area.
box on death. Increased
Monsters
quantity.
haunted by higher tier spirits will increase the chance of the
Wonder if
devoted
that's
appearing even
multiplicative.
more, meaning that sometimes it's worth putting the hardest modifier possible on
Wait.
very common monsters.
People are saying not
if you're
enough
brave
loot.
enough.
This league might be
Again,
crazy
we've
loot.
tried hard here to allow players to customize the
600%
danger
increased
and reward as
experience.
much as they can.
Hey, is that
Aramor
Unkatava?
is an Undertaker, and you can probably guess
Or is
what
that
we're
a
taking
Herald?
to him. The second main reward from the Necropolis League is monsters with unresolved anguish. Once slain, their corpses need extra care from the Undertaker, and he will offer to take them back to his necropolis and store them in the morgue. time to earn your keep. When you are ready, you can visit the morgue to view the monsters you have collected, and then get to work burying them in one of many graves in Aramore's cemetery. For example, we will bury this Katava's Herald. Aramore's mysterious soul experiments can coalesce powerful items. Here I've chosen to create
50
a
to
pair
speed.
of those.
Wait, is this gonna have 50 movement speed boots?
These
No,
boots
20.
are useful for my character, but aren't exactly what I hoped for. And this is where the Necropolis crafting system really shines. You'll have noticed that the corpse we collected
Plus
earlier
50
had a
to
crafting effect
speed
on it.
modifiers.
In fact, all collected corpses do. If you bury multiple corpses in the cemetery, all adjacent corpses can be exercised at once to create one item.
Oh, so
All
you
of
can
the
put
crafting effects on those corpses will apply to that same item.
how many at the same?
This
9
allows you to have either
at the same
one
time?
or many different crafting projects ongoing in the cemetery. For example, next time I try to create boots, I could bury corpses that increase the chance of getting move speed modifiers.
Why would I ever put one right
To
here?
go further, I could
Oh, you
use
wouldn't
these
because
to
there's another
generate
9
higher
up
tier
there. Okay,
modifiers.
okay, there's 2 9s.
Then I could
Wait,
try
this
to
one
bias it
seems
towards
useless.
being
This
an
one right
evasion
here.
pair with
What's the
this.
deal with this one? Why would I ever put one
Finally,
there?
I'll apply some crafting effects that improve the probability of getting good rolls. Now, let's craft our item and see what we get.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, that doesn't work how I thought it did. It pulls everything. Everything touching it pulls.
As you can see now, we
how
have
many
a
of these
much
can you
better
do?
pair of boots, forged from the souls of our enemies. You could
Wait, I didn't
even
see the
use
item. I didn't see the item. Life, evasion, cold, movement speed.
Forged from the
Okay,
souls
those are
of
pretty
our
decent.
enemies.
They need spell suppression.
You could even use the entire cemetery to craft one item.
Wait,
There
that's
is
sick.
always
Wait,
something you can do.
we're
The
pausing.
entire cemetery
What the
to
fuck?
craft one.
Okay, I thought it said 500 life, but it's the tiers. Fracture and implicit. What am I looking at here? 3,000% chance.
An item. There is always something you can do to try and ensure your item will be as best as it can be. We hope to see some really crazy grave crafts.
Show me the item. Just show me
If you are lucky, you might
No
find
shot. You're gonna not show me the item there.
corpses
No
with meta crafting
shot.
modifiers. These can be buried to manipulate
No
your crafting
shot. You
projects
just
in more drastic
ripped that
ways.
away from me.
This one increases the potency of all crafting effects of adjacent undead corpses.
That's
Another
crazy.
meta crafting modifier gives a chance to drop an extra item from your craft, with all the same crafting outcomes applied. All you have to do is bury a lot of undead monsters.
Wait, I didn't see the craft.
A lot of undead monsters.
Wait, say it again.
Increases the potency of all crafting effects of adjacent undead corpses. Another meta crafting modifier gives a chance to drop an extra item from your craft, with all the same crafting outcomes applied. All you have to do is bury a lot of undead monsters.
2 shields are gonna come out? Is that the base type? Or will it change? No, it doesn't care about the image. Bro, you're not showing me the items, you're triggering me. Mark, you son of a bitch.
As you explore Rayclast, you might find the corpses of famous Eternal Empire families. And when you bury an entire family together and exorcise them, they will thank you with a unique specific to their lineage.
Oh, I thought it was everyone in one grave. I was like, Jesus, we're doing mass graves here?
For example, the Navalius Inheritance Belt. I'll give you a moment to check that out.
Okay. Yeah, you show me the unique, you son of a bitch, but you wouldn't show me. Okay, that's horrendous. That's bad. Why do you have 60% reduced effect? Okay, this is all bad. Last effect duration per level. This is bad. That seems horrendous. That seems really bad.
You can use other corpses alongside them to grant implicit mods, manipulate the
Passive
values of
skills and
explicit
radius.
mods, and more.
also grant
In this
5
case,
HP.
with the Parandus Pact, you can even change the modifiers it generates. This unique is a jewel which adds extra stats to passive skills in a radius when socketed into the passive skill tree. The stats it adds are randomly generated, but you can bias it towards a specific type by using other crafting effects, such as this one, which increases the chance of getting life modifiers. Let's see what we get.
Are you actually going to show me, you son of a bitch? Wait, it's going to be a jewel with upgraded life? Or is it going to have an additional life?
Damn, we didn't get it this time. I guess we're going to have to go and collect more corpses. Of course, you can trade the corpses away to other players. All you need to do is purchase empty coffins from the Undertaker and use them on your corpses in the morgue, which will itemize them.
Okay, don't care about
Another item
that.
in the Necropolis League that you can find are Embers of the All Flame. These are monster
frogs,
spirits
okay.
that remain living in the All Flame, a powerful ancient artifact of Rayclast. And you can set them free by placing them in the Lantern of Aramor and defeating them. These embers drop throughout Rayclast as itemized packs of monsters. You are able to use these packs to replace the packs in areas. For example, we have found this All-Flame Ember of Tarfor.
Oh my
we can
god.
now go to enter the
That
next
just
area
said tattoos.
and replace one of the monster packs in here. You can see we have also gotten one of the devoted modifiers to appear. We can pair up the Karui ancestors with this modifier, making them even more rewarding. Let's go ahead and replace the tentacle miscreations. However, when replacing packs, you want to double check their density, as the new pack will inherit the density of the replaced pack. The Karui ancestors we have now added to our area can even drop basic variations of tattoos. If you aren't aware, this is an item type from the Trial of the Ancestors League, which can be used on passive skills to change what they do.
Yes.
There are many different types of itemized packs. You can find Breach and Legion monsters that drop splinters, Untainted packs that provide insane amounts of experience, and even simple frogs, which can be used to replace difficult monsters to make life easier.
What mob am I replacing with that?
These Ember monsters can be raised as specters too. Finally, let's discuss how this league works in in-game maps.
They're all gonna suck,
Each
aren't
in-game
they?
map will allow you to manipulate it using the lantern on the map device UI. However, instead of randomly cycling every few minutes, it is fixed to that map. Once you view the map through the lantern, you cannot remove it from the map device, so you can't trade that map away now that you've seen it as too difficult for you, or has monsters in it that you'd rather avoid, like porcupines. We're also trying something new this time around. During the Necropolis League, there will be support for the League on the Atlas passive.
Yes.
Multiple clusters will
They needed to be doing this every single time.
Customize it, and even change its behavior in meaningful ways. One way that you can change the crafting in a meaningful way is with the Prospero's Wager Keystone. With this keystone, all the monsters with unresolved anguish come with this crafting modifier, which causes them to generate a random craft when buried. This means instead of pre-planning your crafts, you have to adapt to them on the fly to get the best results. These clusters will not be available in Standard League. In 3.24, we've made a plethora of changes to the endgame. We've introducing new bosses, adding another tier of maps, and
I'm guessing that's super strong or something.
The most difficult and most rewarding content in Path of Exile can be found in Uber Pinnacle bosses, such as the Maven and the Searing Exarch. Currently, the only way to access these bosses is by allocating specific keystones on the Atlas passive tree. While this system offers a nice element of control, it causes a problem. Rewards and access to the non-Uber variants are now economically priced around the rewards of the Uber fights. This means it is wasteful to run the non-Uber variants instead of simply selling them.
Yeah, he means the Ubers.
Another problem that we noticed is the difficulty jump between the Pinnacle and Uber Pinnacle content was relatively large, and there wasn't obvious content that could bridge this gap. Many players would give up on their characters before being able to defeat the Uber Pinnacle bosses. In 3.24, we will be making some changes to this. We are removing the keystones that give access to the Uber Pinnacle bosses from the Atlas tree, and instead we'll be adding a new set of fragments that give you access to this content.
That's what I figured they were going to be doing.
Where do you get these fragments?
100% thought they were going to be doing this.
We are adding a new tier of maps, Tier 17 maps, which not only give you access to the Uber Pinnacle content, but also
Tier
test
17
your
already
characters in
existed,
new ways.
but
They feature a new set of bosses, Uber monsters, and a new tier of modifiers that can roll on the
That's
maps.
Uber
There are 5 new tier 17 maps in total, with some surprising boss fights at the end.
Wait, can
We'll
you
look at a couple today,
voidstone
and
these?
the rest you'll have to discover for yourself.
Wait.
First, we have the Citadel map.
This is sick.
This map contains an ancient Kalguran citadel. You will encounter many expedition
You get
monsters
Sanctum
as the
rewards
signature
for being
packs throughout the
Lycia?
map. At the end, you will fight
Oh,
Uber
fuck
Uhtred.
this dude. This dude
This
sucks.
is a version of a boss from Expedition League, with all its abilities and mechanics enhanced.
I just fought
Uber
this guy to
Uhtred
complete
will
my
even be able
challenge
to
last
summon
night.
2 other expedition bosses to aid it during the fight.
Oh, hell no.
Secondly, we have the Fortress map.
I've never fought
This
this guy.
map is an impregnable fortress.
I've never fought this guy.
guarded by
I don't run
monsters
heist,
from the
so...
Heist League.
Yeah,
At
I
the
never
end,
run
you will
heist.
encounter an Uber version of the Unbreakable. Again, it has enhanced abilities and mechanics you'll have to learn and overcome.
I don't even know the base
Each
mechanics
of
of
the tier
it.
17 map bosses has a chance to drop a unique item,
At
allowing for some target
arena?
fun. However, these aren't entirely new unique items.
And the
Instead,
Abyss bosses
we've
at the
taken
same
other
time. I
unique
was right,
items,
you do fight
removing
them all
from
at the
core
same
drop
time.
pool and rebalancing them to fit here.
That's crazy.
One example is this reworked version of Wraith Lord. It has 4 Abyss sockets, and allows you to summon an additional Spectre for each Ghastly Eye jewel socketed into it.
Cannot have
Another example
non-specters.
is Mana Storm.
Gross.
This has been rebalanced to grant a lot more damage than before, alongside some more impactful mana stats, if you can get lucky rolls. Alongside adding tier 17 maps, we have also changed the Uber Pinnacle bosses to have completely distinct unique item drop pools from their non-Uber counterparts.
Oh, okay.
This means there is a reason to farm both versions. Let's take a
You
look at the
can't get
Shaper
everything from the
versus
Ubers.
the Uber Shaper. The Shaper will drop these uniques: Voidwalker,
Okay.
Shaper's Touch, Solstice Vigil, and Dying Sun.
What is this?
Whereas
Solstice
the
Vigil?
Uber Shaper will drop these: Echoes of Creation, Sublime Vision, Entropic Devastation, Starforge, and a new unique belt called the Tides of Time.
Energies. Last supply to use.
Another example of a new unique is this helmet from the Uber Eater of Worlds, Ravenous
Are these
Passion.
Uber
And
Eater
these
or
gloves from the
Uber Shaper
Searing
or Uber
Exile,
Shaper?
The Celestial
Uber Elder.
Grace. Each of the Uber Pinnacle bosses has a new unique added to their drop pools.
Bad.
Wait.
Hold on, I didn't read that one. These seem good. Maybe. Plus 8 to maximum fortification is why. Maybe you can roll that higher too. Maybe that's not just locked.
Each of the Uber Pinnacle bosses has a new unique
This
added to
seems
their
bad,
drop
though.
pools. We've identified another major problem with the endgame we'd like to address. With every expansion added to the game, we have been increasing the complexity of running maps. It's at the point now where a
Oh,
player
really?
must repeatedly execute a large sequence of steps to run maps efficiently. It
Fill
can be
my
easy to
inventory.
forget critical steps, and it can be tiring to repeat them.
On my inventory,
To solve
Alchem.
this, we are removing some systems,
Check them
but
for
are keeping what is
reflect.
good about them. The 2 main systems we've removed are Sextants and the Master Mission Selector. It is not
Oh.
our intention to dull the content, however. We have completely reworked Scarabs to include most of the options that were previously covered by those mechanics, and many, many more. Let's take a look at some of them. Commonly, you
fuck
might
is your
find
Scarab
Scarabs
tab
that
gonna look
simply
like?
grant access to different content. Here, we have a Scarab that causes Beyond Demons to spawn when killing monsters in your maps. And here,
Okay.
we have one that adds a Delirium Mirror. Each type of Scarab now has multiple versions.
Wait, what
so if
the
you want
fuck
to
does the
fully
stash
invest
tab
in a
look like
type
now?
of content, you can do so. Here's a suite of Ultimatum Scarabs. This Ultimatum Scarab adds an Ultimatum encounter to it.
This already existed.
This Ultimatum Scarab of Bribing then causes that Ultimatum encounter to grant better rewards and its monsters to
They just
yield
did the
more
experience before, right?
This Ultimatum Scarab of Dueling will cause that Ultimatum encounter to always guarantee the Trial Master boss
What?
fight at the end.
Wait,
Assuming you can
what?
survive through all the rounds. This Ultimatum Scarab of Catalyzing will cause all rewards from that ultimatum to be catalysts, instead of other rewards.
What?
And finally, this Ultimatum Scarab of Inscription will cause all catalyst rewards from that ultimatum to be inscribed ultimatums instead.
So they're not better as you go up the tiers, they're all just different. They're all like, okay, I need to farm the boss, so I'm just doing all these tiers. Oh, but I want all catalysts, so I'm doing these tiers. Man, I farmed so much Ultimatum last league to get that fucking boss fight and those inscriptions and everything, and I can just do it with one Scarab now.
If you enjoy divination
What is happening with this guy's beer?
Use these.
Gear.
This divination scarab of curation causes more divination cards to drop for each different favored map you have selected.
What?
But it also causes whatever map you're running to only drop divination cards from those favored maps. So if you want to try and aim for your Mage Blood and don't want to just farm Crimson Temple, then this scarab is for you. This divination scarab of completion causes your divination cards to have a 20% chance to drop as a full stack instead, for maximum dopamine.
Won't you... That... Okay, hold on. That looks fucking crazy. But won't you still go... Hold on, let me re-listen to that.
Don't want to just farm Crimson from those favored maps. So if you want to try and aim for your Mage Blood and don't want to just farm Crimson Temple, then this scarab is for you. This divination
Wait, won't you still just farm Crimson...
Your divination...
Shut up, Mark. Won't you still farm Crimson Temple and just put that divination scarab on and put Crimson Temple in your favorite map? So now you've doubled the chance to get it from Crimson Temple? From the divination scarab and from just normal drops?
Cards to have a 20% chance to drop as a full stack instead.
Okay, that's fucking gross.
Basically, there are now just a lot of scarabs.
Wait.
Human dopamine to have a 20. This divination.
That's what?
Scarab of completion
These
causes your divination cards to have a
20%
20% chance to drop as a full stack instead, for maximum dopamine. Basically, there are now just a lot of scarabs. You might have also noticed that they no longer have tiers. Scarabs are now
they're not
world
tiered.
drops. You can get them anywhere. Some might be rarer than others, but the intention is that there'll be a lot more options than before, and more interesting combinations
I
to
loved
consider.
getting the base
If you want
ones.
to target specific
So I'm probably gonna
scarabs,
love this.
Betrayal has been updated to include most of them, and you will need to relearn which ones come from where.
Oh, I have to
While
get a
this
new
system is allowing you to
craft.
heavily invest in one type of content, it is reducing your capacity for variety. To address this, we have massively increased access to content on the Atlas passive tree. You are now able to reliably get different leagues like Breach or Legion from just your Atlas passives.
Yeah, they like straight up like double them.
Content such as Incursion, Delve, Betrayal, and Bestiary, these too are now accessible with Scarabs, and have more reliable investment options.
Man, mapping is going to be real different for a while.
Not only this, you can now get Jun, Einhar, Alva, and Nico to appear together in the same map. We have also removed some keystones such as Wandering Path, Grand Design, and Growing Hordes, but have added some new ones too. For example,
I don't remember what
Unwavering Vision.
Your maps in modified by frags. Other scarabs cannot be found in your maps. 20 Atlas passive skill points. Wait, so you're always getting this. I'm putting this on always in the beginning. Wait, no, because then I can't drop the scarabs. I was going to say, while you farm the scarabs up, you would do this. Oh, that kind of sucks. Oh, man. Okay, there's a trade-off there.
Back to basics.
Wait, where the fuck is 7th Gate?
And thorough exploration.
What? What?
And we have added some new notables such as Remarkable Relics, which allows you to try find better variants of scarabs. Mounting modifiers, which increases the values of modifiers on your maps by 2% for each explicit modifier. And Tainted Carapaces, which is just one in a set of many that allow you to target farm specific types of scarabs. These are just a few of the many new notables
they're all over the place. I was going to say there's one for each type.
Lastly, we are giving you more flexibility in what content you want to run in the endgame.
Okay.
In 3.24, you can now have multiple copies of the Atlas tree, which can be swapped between maps at your leisure. You can unlock up to 2
I'm fucking coming. Oh my god. Okay.
extra trees for a total of 3 by progressing through the endgame and completing core content.
That's fucking...
When you open a map, you can select which tree you would like to use. For a given league, you'll never feel constrained to play your endgame a single way. You can also label your trees to easily identify which one has which content.
I'll probably name them by different characters.
We're hoping to see new endgame strategies shine through. While playing through the campaign in 324...
Alright, way to earn money. Let us buy more pages. Let us buy like 10, well no, because then the UI is going to be all fucked up. Maybe a scroll wheel there. I don't know. Let us buy like 10 pages. You'll make money. You'll make bank.
You'll notice a myriad of small improvements and surprises. The fundamentals of the campaign are still intact, but we've scattered fun encounters and secrets throughout Rayclast. The Dweller of the Deep has been trapped. What are these ritual shrines doing in the northern forest? And why are they giving me omens?
Oh, you're such a sick bastard. I was going to say, I'm never doing this. I'm running past everything.
Looks safe. I should definitely use this.
Oh my god, you're such a sick fuck. Oh, you're such a sick fuck.
There are plenty more encounters to discover. We'll continue adding more surprises in future releases.
Wait, what was that?
In the previous
they moved it so you don't have to do the bullshit anymore.
A large number of transfigured skill gems.
You're such a beautiful bastard,
These
Mark.
are alternate versions of existing skill gems that function in very different ways, allowing for more build and gameplay variety. At the time, our aspirations were higher than we could achieve. We planned more gems than we could make. So,
real quick, I don't know what I'm playing. I'm playing Transfigured Gems. There's so many I want to try. There's so many. I was thinking about yesterday while I was playing a little bit.
324, we're adding another set of Transfigured Gems that we have now finished.
God, there's so much I want to play.
Incinerate, Artillery Ballista, Tornado, Elemental Hit, Kinetic Blast, Poisonous Concoction, and lastly, Summon Holy Relic.
Holy Relic?
Hopefully
what the
those
fuck?
of you who missed
it
your
probably gives you damage instead of heals you.
Will get that here. We will certainly be adding
or
more
maybe
of
gives
these in the
you
future,
energy shield or
especially
something?
for skills that are missing them still. Of course, we'll also be doing a balance pass on the existing Transfigured Gems. One of the main ones we're looking at is Kinetic Bolt of Fragmentation. As a result of this change, it is clear that the endgame potential of the Wander archetype really starts to suffer, mostly in the single target damage department. Due to this, we've added the new support gem, Sacred Wisps. This support gem causes supported skills to create 2 attached wisps for a duration. With these wisps, whenever you attack, they have a chance to also use the same skill. If you have enemies in your presence.
It's the Skitterbots
thing. If there are any
thing.
rare or unique enemies, they will
also,
always use
get the fuck out of this arena.
That leads us into all the other quality of life features we're introducing in 324, and there's a shitload of them. Many of these have been revealed in teasers already, but here's a quick summary. We've added the automation and call to arms skill gems for being able to trigger instant skills and war cries without having to bind them to left click.
So what's up with bone armor?
You can now hold down control and left click
to
automatically apply certain currency orbs until they achieve the desired result, or you run out.
This is such a good one.
You can hold down fusings until you reach maximum links.
I was so unlucky last league. I think I used 10,000 fusings before I got one 6 link. I actually think it was that bad. No, probably like 5,000. It was real bad.
Detonate Dead now has clearer telegraphing
I think this still looks awful.
When harvest crafting, the item hover will always be visible.
Remove Detonate
so you no longer have to
This is really good. I like this. I was going to make a video going over all these little ones, but I guess there's no point because he's doing it here.
The map no longer has a chance to become unidentified.
This is very nice as well. Also, these are penis maps.
We've created a set of implicits that affect the areas in fun ways. Related to that, corrupted and mirrored items can now be identified. Breach hands now open upon approach, and no longer need to be clicked.
Very
Upgrades
nice.
to Pantheon powers now apply to all characters in a league.
This is whatever.
You no longer need to grind divine vessels on each new character.
It's nice.
With harvest crafting, you can now re-roll Uber Elder fragments.
I have
fragments dropped by the
I have so many fragments.
Into fragments dropped by the Elder, and vice versa.
I have like 20 Chimera fragments.
We're removing Ashling's crafting bench as a reward. Instead, Veiled Orbs now perform that function. They remove a mod and replace it with a Veiled mod. These orbs now drop from Katarina and are no longer a world drop. Flasks can now be corrupted by Val Orbs, giving random -10 to +10 quality. The capability to add extra quality to weapons, armors, and flasks has been removed
That
from
plus
Betrayal.
5 max res scares me.
The Betrayal benchcraft that converts an amulet to a talisman has been moved to Bestiary, and thus can be traded. Maven invitations no longer drop. Instead, when you have completed witnessing all bosses required to go to the Maven's arena, you can just talk to Karak, and he'll open a map device window with the invitation already in there, ready to be rolled. Valdo's maps that granted invitations now give scarabs. No more having to waste Guardian kills to try get invitations to drop. Next up, we're going to be talking about our new League supporter packs.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't like.
We're launching 2 new series of supporter
Alright,
packs.
I didn't love your last
the
supporter
Solar
packs.
and
Make me buy
Eldritch
it.
Packs. Each tier contains the full pack's face value and points,
Make me
alongside
love it.
several
The
exclusive
last one, I just wasn't
microtransactions.
about it.
These packs are only available for the duration of the Necropolis League, and will leave the store forever when it ends. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic, and do not affect your character's power or progression in any
I
way.
miss Chris.
The Solar
a
series of
turtle.
supporter packs contains
Turtle.
6 exclusive microtransactions. The Cosmos weapon effect adorns your weapon with stars. Hitting enemies causes cosmic energy to spill out into the area around them.
I hate
The
it.
Radiant Orb of Chance extra effect projects the outcome of items you've used an Orb of Chance on above your head. Remember to congratulate other exiles in town if you see them chance a powerful unique item.
I mean, maybe.
Shine boldly with the Solar Knight armor set. The power
Jesus
of the
Christ.
sun radiates from your
My
body,
eyes
getting
looking
more
at that.
and more intense as you use skills and emitting solar flares as you run. With the Supernova level up extra effect, the dead will be raised from the ground around you
That looks
before being
sick.
obliterated and turned to ash by an epic supernova whenever you
Alright.
level up.
I'm about that.
This one is my personal favorite.
Bro,
The cosmic
what am
turtle
I
item lets
looking
you
at?
travel the infinite expanse of the cosmos atop the back of a colossal turtle.
You're such a motherfucker.
Carry the weight of the sun on your back with the Solar Guardian back attachment. Witness it grow larger and larger as the energy of slain enemies is funneled into it. When it reaches its maximum size, it goes supernova and turns into a black hole, forever drifting throughout Rayclast.
That's
The
never
Eldritch
it.
Pack series also has 6 exclusive microtransactions.
The fuck?
Are you wondering if we moved the stash in the latest patch? Don't be fooled, because with the Mimic Stash Pet, players can transform into an image of a stash when in a town or hideout, and scare unsuspecting exiles. This pet
Why?
follows behind
It's
you
so
with its
stupid.
terrifying
I love it.
hand-walking the rest of the time. The Shaper's Slam finisher effect sends slain unique enemies into
That's
a
fucked.
Of an
I'll
endgame
panic log. I'll panic log every
Eldritch
single
Hunger
time
armor set
and when I
contains
forget.
these that demand you defeat it by embracing your bloodlust.
That's so
Watch
fucked.
it grow in power the more you kill until it bursts from the shell of the helmet. Are you able to satiate its hunger? The seed within the corrupted
That's
growth
so
map
gross.
device expands its grasp on your hideout.
They look so
The more maps
weird
you complete
with
on your
blue
atlas.
portals.
Equipping
needs
the
different
Headhunter
portals.
character effect causes skulls of slain rare enemies to whirl around you like trophies. They become enraged when you are near a rare enemy you are yet to kill, wishing for them to join your collection.
Hey, that's pretty cool too.
Witness a reality where the struggle didn't exist, allowing the Eldritch Horrors to settle their own conflicts with the Eldritch Horror Apparition effect. Which of
Why
the
does he
Eater of
win?
Worlds or Searing Exarch do you think will win? These
We
packs
saw
are
the
now
outcome.
available for purchase on both PC and console, and will remain so
I
during
love that
Path of
turtle.
Exile Necropolis.
The turtle is so much better.
Meanwhile, the Shade and Disciple packs leave the store forever at the launch of Necropolis League.
I didn't
So
like any
now's
of
your
these.
last chance to
I have
purchase
this
them.
already though.
Thank you so
have that.
much for your ongoing support.
Bro. Okay, first off, Jinxie, chill.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson.
Chris, first off, why is Chris just not in these videos? Bro, what the fuck? There's so much to go over. There's so much. Fuck all that POE 2 stuff. We're probably not even getting it until 2025. Those bosses look sick, though. I don't know how I feel about this.
Further his cryptic cause. The lantern can be
I don't
used
know
when
how I feel
entering
about it
any
being
new
right
area.
here. This is the
With
part I don't know about.
It will provide you with the Lantern of Aramor.
About,
Powerful
like, going to new
visual
areas and it
illuminate
just
the
being
wrathful
the
spirits
door you
haunting
click on.
monsters throughout Rayclast.
I don't...
With it, The Undertaker hopes to
that.
employ you to rid Raycross of this menace, and further his cryptic cause. The lantern can...
Yeah, I don't love this. Yeah, I don't...
be used when entering any new area.
And like... I don't want crit chance on these mobs when I'm leveling. I don't think this is getting used while I'm leveling at all, ever. Especially... Now, maybe because you want to craft. It'll help crafting. No, I don't think this is getting used while I'm leveling. I don't know. The life and the... It just makes things slower and more dangerous.
Letting you configure which monsters are affected by which.
And I don't think the gear from them will matter that much.
With your decisions here, for the spirits are not forgiving.
So you have to like decide and like think about which mobs and this is a little too much, I think. I think get rid of this and just make it random.
If you want things to be easier, you can
I think you just get rid of this whole thing and make it random.
You'll encounter less often. We've tried to make sure that by engaging with the lantern, you are able to intelligently control the difficulty in the Necropolis League. The spirits come in a number of forms which represent the danger they pose. For example, here
70%, that's too much.
Are servant haunted, causing them to
if you get a rare mob with this, you're dead.
The Vol's Vanguard are noble haunted, causing them
even
to
this
deal
is
a large
scary.
amount of increased damage. As you reach higher level areas in Ray class, the tier and number of spirits that are haunting monsters will generally increase.
I don't even know. I feel like the league mechanic I didn't even care about. It's all the other stuff in the league that's just like, what the fuck is happening, dog? This crafting thing seems cool. I want to see... You ever hover over one of the items?
These can be buried to manipulate your crafting projects in more drastic ways. More cemetery. Try to create. As you can see now.
Okay, so they're not like corrupted or something. I was thinking maybe they're going to be uncraftable, so maybe this is where you start your crafting now. You'll start with one of these, and then you'll start your crafting process instead of like alterationing or something, or harvesting. You'll harvest to perfect it and not... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the league mechanic. It's everything else that's so fucking crazy.
Which will itemize them.
Who cares what itemize? Wait, what's on it? What's he wearing?
During
I love this. I love that. Oh, so we don't know what these are yet. Oh yeah, we do. Patch notes are out. I'm gonna go watch Ziz or something after this to go see all these patch notes. Oh man, there's so much. I wonder about the uniques from Shaper. I wonder if when he said Uber, does he mean Uber? What is there a difference between the drop rates between Uber, regular Elder, Uber Elder, and Uber Elder? Like, do all three have their own tier?
Shaper's Touch.
Also, I don't know what this is. Maybe I'm just blanking. This is fire. This is a lot worse now, huh? Because it's like +5 max res. Maybe the uniques have the 20% damage reduction, so you have to get uniques. I wonder if Indigon is in.
To always guarantee the trial, it is reducing your capacity.
And there's so many things. This I think is so nice.
Easily identify which one has which content.
When they said it in the beginning, when they said multiple passive skill trees, I thought they meant like actual like your passive skills. I didn't know they meant Atlas passives.
With all this combined, we're hoping to see new endgame strategies shine through.
What is it? It's this part.
While playing through the campaign in
this part,
you'll notice a myriad of small improvements and surprises. The fundamentals of the campaign.
Okay, I'm never hitting a Legion. That I'm never hitting. Because you can't even use the Legion stuff.
but we've scattered fun encounters and secrets throughout Rayclast. The Dweller of the Deep has been trapped.
He's just an essence mob now? That's weird.
What are these ritual
This, I was like, there's no way I'm stopping for a ritual. I'm never stopping for a ritual. Why would I ever stop for one? And then he put fucking omens in them. And I think omens are just so fucking good that I will stop for a ritual every time now. A ritual might be my starting spec.
Definitely use this on my
I'm gonna see this there, and I'm gonna be so fucking tilted if it eats one of my items. Where is he at? What map is he in?
This device looks
He's not
safe.
showing.
I should definitely use this on my
Is that just the Act 2 area?
There are plenty more encounters to discover.
Okay, so the boss is just gone from here,
adding more surprises
and
releases. So
you come out at the fucking Fairgraves. That's such a nice change. I don't know about the boss being removed. I wonder why the boss is removed. I wonder if the boss comes out like when you fight him.
In the previous...
Yeah, I'm never doing Legion. I wonder if there's more than just these three things. There probably is. The other ones I think I'm doing every single time now. Yeah, I think so. And Ritual might be my first spec into, because I want to get omens for, like, a stockpile of omens for all my characters. Yeah, I don't know.
There are plenty more encounters you could make. So, in
for the T17 map things,
set of transfigured gems that we have now finished.
I don't know what skill I don't know what I'm starting yet. I think I have to watch the like patch note, read the patch notes or whatever before deciding what I'm gonna even play. I don't know. No idea.
I
was thinking, so last night I went and did
ballista,
another challenge. Now
tornado,
37 out of 40.
Hit, kinetic blast.
I just need to farm altars and do uber bosses.
Lastly, summon Holy Relic. Hopefully those of you who missed your favorite skill having a transfigured variant will get that here. We will certainly be adding more of these in the future, especially for skills
They're so
that are missing
good.
them still.
They're so good. It's crazy coming from last epoch, being like, there's like 6 skills you can use, and then your like base class has like another like 6. To like POE where there's just like hundreds of skills now that any class can use,
skill gems for being able to trigger instant skills
and like hundreds of support gems.
Once from to grind divine vessels on, they remove even.
Where's the T17 map thing? Right here.
Access to the Uber Pinnacle content, but also test your characters in new ways. They feature a new set of bosses, Uber mod.
I didn't even see that the first time. There's a fucking Beyond boss in there.
Feature a new set of bosses. Uber monsters.
Okay, Brutus.
Modifiers that can.
Monsters can't be stunned. Monsters' action speed can't be reduced below base value. Monsters' movement speed can't be reduced. Yeah. Less life recovery. Man, this one sucks ass. I was rolling everything but reflect in this last night because it's just so fucking annoying. Curse. The volatile core. Is this DD? Every mob DDs. Oh. What? Rare and unique monsters remove 10% of life, mana, and energy shield on hit. So they kill you in 10 hits no matter what. Contains drowning orbs. Jesus. Never ever going AFK in a map ever again. Because you'll just die. This is fucked. Unmodifiable. Unmodifiable. Well, that seems so fucked.
There are 5 new Tier 17 maps in total, with some surprising boss fights at the end. We'll look at
which ones do we have? We have Lycia and the Beyond boss. We have Brutus by himself. I didn't see another thing there. We have Katarina and the Abyss bosses. Is that all we seen?
Not only give you access to the Uber Pinnacle content, but also test your characters in new ways. They feature a new set of bosses,
okay. 1,
monsters,
2,
and a new tier of modifiers that can roll on the maps. There are 5 new Tier 17 maps in total.
We know 3 of them.
Boss fights at the end.
The other 2 are in the patch notes, obviously.
We'll look at a couple today, and the rest you'll have to discover for yourself. First, we have the Citadel map. This map contains an ancient Kalguran citadel.
Oh no, this isn't Sanctum, this is Expedition.
As the signature packs throughout the map. At the end,
oh, so then the Expedition was the 4th one.
This is a version of a
oh, we just don't know 1?
With all its abilities and mechanics enhanced. Uber Uhtred will even be able to summon
this fight is so fucked. It does so much more damage than you think it does.
Secondly, we have the
oh, and this is the other one? So this is all 5? We know all 5 of them. Why do you say you have to discover them? We know all 5. Katarina, Lycia, Brutus, this fuck and Expedition.
And mechanics you'll have to learn and overcome. Each of the Tier 17 map bosses has a chance to drop a unique item, allowing for some target farming. However, these aren't entirely new unique items. Instead,
yeah, they're reworked uniques.
Removing them from the core drop pool.
I don't know how I feel about this. Pure Spectres, you're gonna fuck us with the Spectres again. That we can raise all the new Spectre corpses, but they're gonna suck. They are. They're all gonna suck.
Additional Spectre for each ghastly eye jewel socketed into it. Another example is Mana Storm. This has been rebalanced.
I just thought about it. I don't know where he mentioned it, but I wonder if those aren't new Spectres. I wonder if they're... You can just trade corpses now. You can actually just trade corpses and make all mobs specterable.
You can trade the corpses away to other players. All you need to do is purchase empty coffins.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he did it. I don't know what maybe I just didn't understand this unique one. Or is it the one that turns a unique item? This one, right? I thought that this was putting life on all uniques, but maybe you just it rolls a Brandis gem with an increased chance to have the life one.
Of course, you can trade the corpses away to other players. All you need to do is purchase empty.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so much. I'm gonna go buy that turtle MTX right now. Yeah, I think I'm buying the turtle. Where is he? Yeah, there's no way this isn't my hideout. There's no way.
Expanse of the cosmos.
Yeah, this is my hideout from now on. The background's sick. The turtle's sick.
Weight of the sun on your back with the solar guardian.
I don't like any of that. That's like the. Bleh. Bro, there's so much.
Allows you to manipulate.
I don't think this is going to be a well-liked mechanic. That's my guess. I don't even think I'm going to care for this mechanic at all. It's all going to come down to how crazy the crafts you can get. If the crafts that you can get from your entire thing make insane items that he doesn't show us, then everyone's gonna be like, okay, it's hard and it sucks, but these items are crazy.
If you are lucky, you might find corpses with meta crafting modifiers. These can be buried to manipulate your crafting projects in more drastic ways. This one increases the potency of all crafting effects of adjacent undead corpses. Another meta crafting modifier gives a chance to drop an extra item from your craft, with all the same crafting outcomes applied.
Would you ever want to waste one of your crafting things to get 2 chances? So slightly worse item, but there's 2 of them? Rolled twice? Yeah, I don't know.
You can also craft new unique items exclusive to the Necropolis.
I don't know.
Using
Anyways, I think that's it for this video. So much to go over. I'm gonna go watch all the patch notes stuff, figure out what I'm gonna be doing. I have no fucking clue. As for last epoch stuff, I don't know if I'm going to do any more last epoch stuff. I might do some I logged in yesterday, no, like 2 days ago, just to get screenshots and stuff for the videos, and I'm gonna do the last review of it, but I don't think I'm gonna be playing any more of it. I'll explain why in the video and stuff, but yeah. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna go watch patch notes and figure out what the fuck I'm gonna be doing this league. I'm leaning towards, like, I don't know, one of the alternate, like, golems or something, or like ranged animate weapon. Something there. There's some, I don't know what I want to do. Anyways, catch you guys later.